It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Colts and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soho District of Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Brendan Gunn alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field a defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. Here's Reed returning. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And for the first time, we get a look at the veteran Russell Wilson as he gets set to lead yet again the Seattle Seahawks offense.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. The beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Wilson. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The Colts getting ready to take over for the first time. And you're going to look at their 6-year quarterback in his first season wearing the horseshoe. It's Carson Wentz.
Not only does he look the part, he plays it as well. Tall, prototypical-looking pocket passer with better athletic ability than what people think, gets outside of the pocket and makes big plays downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
Wentz now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here's Reed. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Corey Willis, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 22. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Now, that is going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Benson Mayowa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Wilson. That's a strong running. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. On the move to his left. Pass incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, Wilson forced out to his left. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Corey Willis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this one is incomplete.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. Rough so far for him. That's the only way to describe it. He's thrown more completions to the other team than he has to his. 3 INTs thus far.
Love the description. Rough, rocky, shaky, all of those things. But this is where you find out about a quarterback, isn't it? This is where you find out about your team leader. Can he handle some of that adversity, bounce back, and give him better play down the stretch? They still have a chance to win.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson steps away to his left. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Rolling to his left. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gerald Everett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here's Rodgers to return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 3, second down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. That was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
That's taken on the 25. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Wilson. Steps away.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Now Wilson, buying time to his left. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he fires one incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But it'll be 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Wilson will throw again. Forced out to his left. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
On 3rd and short, the defense did a really nice job of telling the quarterback, we're not going to give you the short routes and throw it to the sticks. You're going to have to beat us throwing it downfield. What they didn't account for, his legs. He pulls it down and runs for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Going for it all. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw, it's Wentz. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Fielded just inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than...
And his pass is intercepted for the 3rd time today. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. On 1st down, Taylor. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs?
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Wentz. He's got Jack Doyle. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Man, this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff. They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Yeah, the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa.
Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Flush to his right, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. On the handoff, this is Taylor, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back to Taylor on first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, it's Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff.
Taylor with it. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On the delay, here's Hines.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. Obviously, you got to hold on on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. Now Wilson on first down. Dumps this one off to Carson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take...
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. That catch good for only a couple. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
From the 39, Wentz. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Taylor. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they'd been down there. They'd been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Extra point forthcoming. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. To throw is Wilson. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Now Myers for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
That's what I'm talking about.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13, and they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is You know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skill.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Wilson being chased out left. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Escaping the pressure right.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Myers' kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage.
So 3 points there, and they'll continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Indy set to go on offense once more.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack on 1st down, Wentz. Now he's forced out right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Throwing is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half. Out of quarterback, Russell Wilson. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, you take a look at what their quarterback was able to do on the ground, as they did enough to possess the lead here at the break. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on them as they stop him for no gain. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 2nd and 9.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz.
Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Carson Wentz had Zach Ertz and later Dallas Goedert during his time in Philadelphia as excellent tight ends. But I think he'll grow to like Jack Doyle as well with the Colts. That connection there gives him a first down.
from midfield. Here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Taken in at the 22. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Wilson dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson under pressure, and they got to him again. Quiddy Pay in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Sliding out of the pocket. Short throw to Disley. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st down, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 59 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Rodgers on the return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Taken in by Pascal out left. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there. Bring it!
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Wentz. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Wentz to Doyle there. 1st down, Colts. Wentz now on 1st down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the side. Carlos Dunlap able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Taylor. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He gives it off to Carson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. There's Wilson to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 7 yards the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and 3. Wilson steps away to his left. Over the middle, complete. That's Carson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again here, Wilson. Being chased out left. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not when you touchdown.
Chris Carson from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here's Rodgers to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Doyle. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He finds his man, complete. It's Doyle. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Running left, Taylor.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. And that's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, he was 3 for 3 to that point, but he couldn't keep the perfect game going.
Did someone mention it on the bench and jinx it?
Jinx him a little bit.
Well, you doubt it had anything to do with overconfidence, but hey, it's an inexact science. These things do happen.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again, and they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Quiddy Pay picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Here's Wilson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Flush to his right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Wentz. This goes out right to Doyle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll find Pittman. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Here's Taylor again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Taylor, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Wilson. On the move to his left. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left.
And once again, it's Eskridge.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
34 yards to gain that time, another first down.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
It was a little bit of a surprise when DeForest Buckner was traded from the San Francisco 49ers to the Indianapolis Colts prior to the 2020 season, but it sure paid off for Indy. Named All-Pro for the first time with 9.5 sacks.
Rolling to his right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Time for the next drive. We'll see what tight end Jack Doyle and the rest of this offense can do. And a bounce back here for him after a slow start. And sometimes that's how it goes with tight ends. Those catches in their games, they can go in waves at that position.
And you get so locked into stopping them that you think, okay, hey, look at that. We've held them down. And the best ones, you really don't hold down for an entire game. They're going to get their catches. Your job is to keep them from being big-time catches that break you down totally.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They run it with Carson. Carson the 1st down and more. And finally marked down at the 23. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another? And especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball.
You know, and he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Darius Leonard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Wentz. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Brooks, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Behind the chain, second and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. To throw is Wentz. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Wentz to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines there to make the grab. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on, training camp, off-season work, OTAs, but also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
The Seahawks on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him. Hey,
and down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Wentz now on 1st down. A gain there of 21 yards. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Vincent Mayoa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown Colts. Paris Campbell, 32 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Blankenship out for the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Rolling to his left. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
2nd down at 7.
Wilson dancing to his left. He'll check that down to Carson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing again here, Wilson flushed out right. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8.
Now it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Forced out to his, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.